right, here we are again.
No, not here we are. Johnny, the broadcast.
What's the broadcast?
The entrance.
Oh.
The opening.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of Just Let It Do podcast, where you get to listen to a moron named doofus ramble aimlessly about all things geek. I'm Johnny.
I'm Chris.
I'm Joel. Got my name there for a second.
Yeah, just a little bit now.
And we're here to talk about stuff.
So, are we just going to talk about...
Let's just talk about random shit. It's been a while since we talked about anything. Well, first off, we typically try to do some news stuff, so is there any actual news other than...
When, actually, this is not news, but when is Shazam out?
Shazam comes out next week.
Okay, we need to watch that.
Actually,
we do need to watch that.
Is it this Friday? I think it's this Friday.
I can check on my phone. But yeah, it's coming out soon. Endgame comes out as well.
I would like to watch that together if we can.
What, Endgame?
No,
Shazam?
Well, Endgame, sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should watch Shazams together.
I think we should watch Shazam
I actually
together.
just bought the Endgame tickets for me and Margie to go.
Yeah, like the Endgame I don't mind as much just because we watch a bunch of them separately anyway.
Yeah.
But we should probably support DC together because we all... Didn't we watch... What did we all watch together? There was a DC movie we all wanted to watch together.
We didn't see any of them together.
Could have sworn there was one.
We talked about them all.
We talked about them. We didn't see any of them.
I think my mic is low.
Did we see...
No, I can hear you fine.
No, you're fine. Fuck me up.
Oh, no, what we saw was Logan together.
Did we see Logan together?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did because we came back that day. We saw Logan and Ghostbusters together. Because those days we came back and we did
so that's...
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, we saw those, but we didn't see any of the...
But we got to support...
We didn't see any of the MCU movies or the DCU movies.
Yeah, but we got to support DC when they do something right anyway, because they need all the help they can get.
Maybe. I have to be honest, could care less about any of the DC movies right now.
No, the only...
Shazam,
one,
yes, I would...
Yeah, Shazam is the only one I'm excited for.
Me personally, I'm just not excited. I could care less. I'd prefer to... And Gizmo's crying in the background. I would watch the DC movies at home for free versus paying for it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I wish I knew that earlier.
The DC movies are anyway. So Shazam is coming out. Let's see. Anyway, so we're not spending all this time doing research and not. Johnny, are you really not looking up right now? And okay. So for people that
Thursday.
This Thursday.
Tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
No,
tomorrow's Wednesday.
Fuck.
So here's the thing. Joel grabs his phone to look it up. Johnny does too. So I'm going.
I don't grab
John.
my phone to look it up.
So I look to see who's going to get there first, and John is looking through YouTube. He can't even watch the video. He can't even watch the video right now. He's on a mic.
I don't know what to tell you.
Anyway, so
hey, the last podcast we did was playing solitaire for like an hour.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did. Also, is there anything new on? Not that I honestly, if there's no news, I don't care to find out more. But about Ghostbusters,
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
me neither, to be honest.
It's the only things I've seen is that the one kid from Stranger Things is in it. It's basically going to be Stranger Things.
Yeah. What I heard, it was 2 boys and 2 girls.
Yeah.
And they're all children.
Yep.
Wait, so it's like Kid Ghostbusters?
Yeah, so it's Kid Ghostbusters. That's a brilliant idea they have.
So this is the Ghostbuster movie that everyone wanted?
Yeah, part 3.
Awesome.
Anyway. Let's not talk about that.
They're probably trying to capitalize on Stranger Things and It.
Oh yeah,
It was super popular.
Definitely Stranger Things. They've got one of the fucking.
Wasn't one of the kids in Stranger Things in It as well? So they're trying to just capitalize.
The same kid that was in Stranger Things and God. It is the one that's going to be in.
That's why they're doing it. They're like, oh, we can make this work.
Yeah. Anyway, The only other news that I can remember off the top of my head is that there was a teaser poster for the new Joker movie and supposedly a teaser trailer that's coming out tomorrow.
Really?
Indifferent, as I said. DC
Yeah,
movies at this point, I'm just like, whatever.
I don't really care.
I'm more hyped about the DC animated movies and
absolutely.
TV shows
DC
like Swamp.
animated movies always.
Oh yeah,
Stargirl.
Swamp Thing's coming out. They just released a picture of what's her face playing Stargirl.
Whatchamacallit, Sierra showed me a picture and I was like,
Really? I haven't seen that picture yet. I gotta look it up.
Yeah. Swamp Thing's going to be coming out on DC Universe streaming service. That's coming out soon.
fucking sweet.
Oh wait, the other news is Arrow finishes next season. It's only coming out for 10 episodes next season, and it's done.
Like done for good? Like
Yes,
It's
series
done.
Arrow's done.
The show
Yes.
is done.
Really?
Which, as I said, it's going to probably tie in with Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes, and he's probably gonna die.
Probably. Yeah,
He's
most
probably gonna die. Oh, because you and I called it.
Yeah,
when
we called that one.
You were like, oh, he's going to
talking
sacrifice himself to be able. The other thing is, do we know why it's canceling? Is it Stephen Amell's like, yo, I'm done, I'm raising a family now? Or is it the ratings were bad, so they're canceling?
The first. Stephen Amell's like, I have my family and
yeah.
everything. I want to focus on that. And
Yeah, like I'm.
They feel like it's time to move on, so that's the direction that they decided to go.
Which is better than 15 episodes of 15 seasons of Supernatural. Why?
Which is now ending next season as well.
Yes, 15 seasons.
I still love that fucking show. Like I just like.
I'll eventually go back.
I
and
like
watch
the characters.
other-
Like
of course.
the
of
storylines
course.
have gone kind of
So
off, and there's
bonkers.
a lot. Yeah, there's like a lot of shit.
Here's
that's
the
just
thing.
like, what?
I
I still
don't
like the show though.
the-
It's enjoyable for me to watch.
This is my issue. It's always been my issue. It's always been my problem. They were set up for 5. They finished 5. The 5 were perfect. I know watching the rest of them will not ruin this first 5 seasons I saw. It's like a bunch of people complaining about Lady Ghostbusters. My childhood has been ruined. Really? Did the 1984 movie just evaporate into thin air?
Yeah.
We only have our memories. We can never look back on it ever again.
Yeah.
It can't ruin. So I know that's not going to ruin the first 5, but I don't want to dislike the franchise. I don't want to go.
I don't want to be like, all right,
yeah,
this
Supernatural's
story's
good.
This story's getting ridiculous.
It
You know what I
was.
mean?
It's not now. Like I don't know. Maybe I'll watch. I watched the first episode of season 6 and went, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, it's like I said, some of the seasons, some of the episodes are like weird and whatnot, but like.
And do you know what's worse
overall,
than
kinda
Lilith?
interesting.
Do you know what's worse than Lilith? You know the very first demon right next to Adam. Eve is worse than Lilith. How? Eve is a bigger bad guy than she made a mistake, and Eve is a bigger bad guy than Lilith. I can't take it. Birds of Prey.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a Birds of Prey movie coming out. There is a Suicide Squad 2. Oh no, Suicide Squad 2 is coming out.
Isn't
Birds of Prey
James
is called.
Gunn was gonna do Suicide Squad 2, but now
No, he still might.
but they brought him back into Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
But the thing is,
Isn't
I think that was
Will
a setup.
Smith- Isn't Will Smith not being Deadshot this
No,
time?
he's
No,
not.
he's not.
Oh,
I think
so they gotta
I think Idris Elba is going to be Deadshot now,
So they're just gonna,
or at least that's the
recast? It's,
rumor
like,
or
so
the
weird.
conversation.
It's gonna be so weird nowadays.
It's supposed to. Suicide Squad 2 is supposed to be like a soft reboot.
Oh my god! How many soft reboots are they doing? Like,
Because
this is part of the reason why.
sucks at their. Or
Yeah,
sorry,
th-
Warner Brothers sucks at making DC movies. DC's good at making animated movies because they have control.
I can't. Like, this is also why I'm like losing interest completely in like the live action DC movies.
Everything's
They're
a
just
fucking reboot. Batman's going to be rebooted.
I know.
I mean, yes, okay, Justice League was not the best fucking movie. I still like Ben Affleck in fucking
Yeah,
Batman v
yes.
Superman. Like,
Well, yeah,
I thought he was great as Batman in that movie.
No, me too. And
in Justice League,
I'm
at that point,
upset.
he just didn't give a fuck. So his acting was just like,
Yeah,
fuck
it
it,
was,
whatever.
like,
so it wasn't like
subpar.
the best. But it's also the storyline.
I'm also
was
gonna
terrible,
miss
too, but-
Henry Cavill as Superman, dude.
yeah, I don't know, man.
Like,
just don't
it's just like I don't care.
You did hear that Jason Momoa said that he's not done playing Superman. not by a long shot. He said,
Jason Momoa is not done being.
no,
he
Jason
said that
Momoa said Henry
Cavill's not.
Oh, really?
is not done at all. He's like, not by a long shot.
He did say that. It still has been unconfirmed that he was going to stop playing Superman. I just think they just put a pause on that. Ben Affleck is done.
Oh yeah, no, that's
confirmed.
Was like, no,
but Henry Cavill never said they never said whether he was done or
I
he never said he was done.
Oh, so nothing was confirmed. I could have sworn someone was just like, yeah, he's officially done.
What I don't like.
Everybody says that, but
is the basis of Margot Robbie was fine. It's fine, whatever. Did I like her as Harley Quinn? She was all right. I don't. She did not have the accent.
It wasn't her. Well, yeah, she
didn't have the accent.
sucked.
And then sometimes she'd try to say it, like she'd try to do it, and it kind of came.
Her
off.
accent changed like like sometimes she had it, sometimes she didn't, sometimes she half had it.
So I'm not happy.
But it
about
wasn't
that.
really her. It was the portrayal, just in the movie. You know what I mean? Like how they portrayed her. Like,
but if she at least had the accent, you could ignore it. She didn't have the accent, and now they have Birds of Prey coming out, and the title's The Birds of Prey. The Emancipation of the One Named Harley Quinn. Believe it's roughly something like that.
Yeah.
What does Birds of Prey have to do with Harley Quinn?
Nothing.
What is happening?
So basically, they're going to center it around Harley Quinn.
Who was in the Birds of Prey again?
You have
Huntress?
Batwoman, Huntress, and Black Canary. Oh God, I love Black Canary so much.
Okay. Is Huntress going to be in this movie? I can't remember whether she is. I know Black Canary is supposed to be in this movie.
I have no clue if any of them are supposed to be in the movie, dude. Oh, and Oracle.
Harley Quinn is though.
Well, you said Batgirl.
No. Batgirl and Oracle.
Oh. Well, they're not going to go with both.
Yeah. So, because it was, like that one Asian chick? The one that, you remember the Batgirl that was completely covered? From head to toe?
Yeah,
I think she was an Asian chick.
Like, had like her face.
Yes.
Yeah, her face.
Yeah, like the face was, the mask was sewn.
And then it was the one Batgirl that was like a blonde chick. Oh, was it Spoiler that turned into Batgirl?
Was Spoiler the one with like
she became Robin? Yeah,
outfit?
she had the purple outfit. She became Robin for a little bit. Batman fired her. Literally fired her.
Batman fired.
Pulled a fucking Trump.
And
Jesus fuck.
And
off the payroll.
And I think she may have became Batgirl, but either way, it doesn't matter.
Meanwhile, Robin's like, you got paid.
I know. Batman, like in an office, like just with the whole bat suit on. Like, I'm sorry, we gotta let you go.
It's just a cow with the fucking in a fucking business suit.
I just picture him with a bat suit on, like just straight utility belt
with a tie.
With a tie. In like a cubicle, and he's like, sorry. I hate to say this, but then again, Robin's like, fuck, I didn't get paid.
Have you guys been watching Young Justice? Well, I guess if you don't have the stream, do you have the DC streaming service?
No, I mean we can always borrow it from you, but we have literally no interest to even ask you for it. So look at it.
It's funny that we're doing
there's
this.
nothing. There's nothing on there right now. It's like
Young Justice, I'm sure, but
Young Justice is good, but it's not worth what I paid for it. Like other than seeing some of the old DC movies. Like they've got like all the old animated movies.
Do they have
shows.
all the animated movies, or
I was wrong?
No,
excuse me.
Not the recent ones. They've got a lot of the old ones. They're like that Batman the animated series, and then when Batman, the new Adventures of Batman.
We own the Batman animated series.
Like we own that. I own that shit too.
Yeah, that's
I downloaded it.
That's the problem. And like me and him, like didn't you like buy the entire collection of like the DC animated movies?
The ones that were out at the time. We literally have so many of them.
It's like we have like every single one from like a certain like
year.
Yeah,
so there's nothing on that streaming service that cries like I need to have it.
I lied, and it's called Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
What the fuck?
Is this a movie?
Oh, Chris, your PKE's here. I forgot.
Oh yeah, I have your $60 in my wallet. Don't let me forget. Wonder Woman 1984 coming out in 2020.
Can't believe they made 83 movies, 82 movies after part one.
The Batman is coming out. It's supposedly 21.
Here we go. Gotham's ending.
The Suicide Squad, thank God.
The TV show.
I don't give a fuck.
Are they still talking about
Are they still? Oh, what happened there?
What's happened? It's not
You're
recording.
Good. You're good.
You sure? It's not recording.
Sure, it doesn't look like it's recording.
Everything's frozen. Watch it jump, and there's going to be complete silence. So I'm just going to keep talking. Yep, it jumped. It jumped,
Oh,
but I kept talking.
Welcome back, folks.
Anyway.
All right, we'll fix that.
We're like,
And so-
we're probably like, oh, this just making it up. Anyway.
So they're still talking about a Flash movie. I don't understand. Anyway, Aquaman 2.
well, because what's his
The
name?
Flash.
Grant Morrison is going to be writing the Flash movie. Grant Morrison, the comic book
Yeah, no,
writer.
I know him.
With,
Yes.
Just give it up. DC, give it up.
The
I'm done. Just make animated movies.
They're making The Trench.
Frick.
The
Wait,
Trench.
The Trench, like Aquaman?
Yeah, story about The Trench, like a thriller. Or like a horror movie.
What?
The Trench.
That's
They're trying to do like New Mutants.
lame.
Like the
Is
new-
that ever going to come out? Because when I watch a trailer,
Yes.
yeah, like,
No, that's
probably.
coming out. That's coming out soon.
Probably
Is it?
no. And I thought it was going to be set straight to the Disney streaming thing. I think it's going to be set straight to the Disney streaming.
No, I don't think so. I think I think all those movies that are set to
isn't
be
it like a
released, they're still
theatrical
going to.
release?
Disney's still releasing them.
I know they were supposed to, but New Mutants. I don't know if I heard it on a podcast or I read it somewhere that it might not come out in theater. It might be a streaming thing, like to boost people to go to streaming.
You might have heard it on
Trench-
Weekly Planet because I think I heard the same
Trench
thing.
sounds like a.
You know what? Maybe it was
I
that.
think it was Weekly Planet. I
Shout
was
out to the
listening
Weekly Planet.
Yep.
Um,
Shit. Love those fucking guys.
Green Lantern Corps, Supergirl. Oh, they're making a Supergirl movie. And then supposedly,
Yeah, that's it. They didn't want to do They didn't want to do a Man of Steel 2 in lieu of doing
Yes.
Supergirl.
yeah, they didn't want to
They
because
have
of
a Supergirl show.
supposedly they're
It's
trying
just
to
like
make
the fucking Flash. The
Yeah,
fucking Flash show is
I
better than the
hate it.
fucking. Going to be better than the Flash movie. Give it up.
suppose
I say DC, just do your one of two things, or do both. Continue doing animated movies, and just let these fucking TV shows take over, because the TV shows, honestly, like Legends of Tomorrow is a kind of a goofy fucking show, but the fact that there are characters there,
yes.
a lot of unknown characters, or
They're-
not as well known as like the
You know what
primary-
they need to do? They need to like
characters.
make like the animated movies like higher budget. Maybe even get some theatrical releases.
No, I think they just need to not higher budget. I just think they needed to do theatrical releases of the movies, because I think those movies are.
Yeah, they're already.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not saying
they're
I'm
good
not
as
I'm
it.
not I'm not saying they're like subpar,
If-
but I'm just saying put more effort.
If
you know what I
Dragon
mean?
Ball,
Like-
if the
like
Dragon
put-
Ball
put-
Super movie is
That's what I'm
any
saying.
evidence of having
Then they're
these movies
killing it.
in the theater,
Have you seen Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse and the money that thing made?
yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
but that's like
ridiculous.
CG.
First, it's like one of the first animated movies to ever hit like a Oscar, or to ever get like an Oscar.
Yeah. Well, not maybe
Something.
the first, but like it.
No, it was
nailed.
like the first. It was like one of the first animated movies.
No,
Something like that.
no,
It
no.
got it either
Maybe-
got like one of the
maybe
first.
it got an
nominations.
Maybe it got an Oscar for not an animated movie. He's one of the
No,
first ones.
I think
to
it was. No, sorry. It was a.
because there's like best animation. There's also like
There's best animation, but I think it's like a runner up for best picture.
picture.
period.
Yeah. Like that's what it was. Like something like that. Yeah. What?
And that was fucking good. That was a good fucking.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
What the other the one thing? Oh, they have a Black Adam coming out, which we've been knowing for like the past 5 years. Then they also
You know what's
have-
funny? They announced the Black Adam before Shazam, and then like they like came out with like Shazam. And
Yeah. And then also the New Gods, a Batgirl
yeah,
movie,
they wanted to do the New Gods. I know about that.
possible another Joker movie, and well, I guess
I don't
that
think
got
they're- I don't think
canceled.
they're
Yeah,
doing
that got canceled. And then the
Yeah, because
last
Jared
one
Leto's doing Morbius or whatever.
that makes no sense.
which I want to watch, but it's probably going to be complete utter garbage.
I don't want to watch that shit at all. I think
love
Disney should
Morbius,
just cancel
man.
that fucking thing.
Morbius is my like third favorite Marvel character.
That movie's gonna be like
But I'm
that's
so
that
movie's
Fox,
gonna ruin that character.
That's
like,
a
even
Fox
more.
movie, and I think that
Oh
movie
my
that movie is
God.
going to ruin the character and just like, ruin it entirely.
Wait,
I think it's just
ruin what character?
Morbius.
Who's that?
Exactly. He's already at that tier, and this movie is gonna be like, wow, whatever this Morbius guy is, he sucks.
You remember the alternate ending for Blade? They showed Morbius.
No, I don't remember that.
There was an alternate ending. It was on the DVD. I think it was part 1 or 2. He's looking because he's a daywalker, obviously, and he's looking, and they're up on the rooftop at the end of. I think it was part 1. He's talking to some chick, and the alternate endings, they turn around, and you see somebody standing on the rooftop far away, and he has that popped up collar that Morbius has on his costume with a long jacket, and he was going to be the bad guy for like part 3 or whatever, or part 2.
Probably would have done him
because
in the movies.
because Morbius made Blade.
I know.
Well, in the first movie, that's what they were going to do. The one who bit the mom when he was born or whatever was Morbius. They were going to keep that storyline, but somebody told them not to do it, and they cut him off from being able to use him.
Probably because they couldn't get the rights to the character or something.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go watch it, and I'm going to suffer, and I'll come back and cry to you guys.
The last one,
Good luck.
The last movie that they're thinking about doing is Black Hawks. Quick, raise your hand if you know who they are.
I remember Silverhawks from the
No,
80s.
DC. Johnny, DC, Black Hawks.
I have no idea.
World War II group. The ones with the eagle on their chest. They have like a black eagle and like a yellow moon.
It's like Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, like that, except that they were the airplane. They were the airplane people for World War II.
Oh,
They showed them in one of
I
the
remember.
Injustice movie, in one of the in the old Justice League Unlimited.
I always
They went
got
back to the past.
I always got them
The black-
confused because their logo looked like the Hawkman logo.
Yes, that's.
Yeah.
Do you still remember nothing?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. I'm glad that they're trying, but what are you guys doing?
I feel like they're trying too hard with like. I get that they want to get some of their more unknown characters.
Yeah, but get like the
But,
guys
like-
that like people have been. No offense. Oh my
You
god,
can get-
those guys.
Yeah.
You can get
those
like
guys.
they can get the unknown characters more publicity and get them out there, but you can't do it if you fuck up your main character.
That's what I'm saying.
All of your
you know what I
fucking
mean?
main characters
Like,
that
come
should
out-
be
Well, look,
should be
the
fucking
update
easy
version.
to
Yeah.
do. All the main characters that should be easy for
That's
them to
like-
do
That's
have
what I'm saying.
gotten a shit job.
Like get the main guys right first.
Bring Martian. Where the fuck is Martian Manhunter?
That's what I'm saying.
I want to see fucking
Martian Manhunter, Hawkman. You know,
Like yes, I get Martian Manhunter's on Supergirl, but still, you can very easily.
Dude, how dare you say Martian Manhunter's and Supergirl? I get it. They added Flash to Justice League.
listen,
And they have a Flash
I know.
show.
I know.
look. You want a thriller? Let's make it.
Well, I'm
let's-
saying they don't want to do that now because they realize how fucked up they are, and hopefully they realize before they finish this new Flash script.
if they want like an action thriller, they need to come out with the Question movie.
Oh.
I can see
And
that.
make it like the detective thriller.
I can see that, but I don't see it being part of any other DC. I see it being kind of like this Joker movie that's like its own
Separate from
standalone.
everything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
no,
I
it's gotta
don't
be
care
separate
though
from
because I'll go.
I-
No,
and
yeah,
watch it.
no,
That shit
yeah.
will
I'd totally
hot.
be happy with that. And they should hand it to Marvel and be like, hey, here are the rights. Just make a movie for us
Yeah.
because we need a good one.
Yeah,
Oh, anyway, I think the James Gunn thing was, I don't know. I feel like that thing was set up from the get-go.
yeah.
Disney was like, we're going to let you go as a punishment. We'll sign you back on. And he probably was like, I want to cancel my contract.
Yep.
They were like, okay. He signed in with DC. He signed in to do like another superhero movie. See the other superhero movies doing like a bad version of Superman.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah,
He's-
the
can't remember what it's called.
Brightburn.
Brightburn. So
I want to see that though.
yeah, so he did. So he's doing those two things, and then Disney's like, "Oh yeah, we're hiring him back." So that way, it doesn't look like
It looks like they did something, but
it looks like they did something. Number one,
mm-hmm.
James Gunn can now work with the opposing enemies out of contract because he didn't have a contract at the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't make Disney look weak. I don't know. It doesn't work that way. Like that's. I feel like it was planned from the get go. I feel like it was planned from the get go.
That's funny.
Well,
I think they said the same thing on the Weekly Planet too. The same
Did they?
episode. I think so. I don't know. I was listening to Weekly Planet.
Actually, no,
like,
because
a
when they
couple
mentioned it, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, yeah,
yo, this
yeah.
thing was a setup. And then I think they must have mentioned it afterwards.
Yeah, I think they mentioned it like one of their recent podcasts.
Um,
Another shout out to the Weekly Planet.
What's the other thing? What's the other thing? There was one other thing about DC news. I can't think of anything. Black Adam's never coming out.
Yeah, no, I don't think. No.
But my brother's right. They nailed The Rock for being Black Adam, which is perfect.
Yeah, no, I
Legit
completely
perfect.
agree.
And they said he was going to be Black Adam before they even mentioned Shazam.
Yeah,
Shazam has come out.
And nothing on Black.
Nothing on Black Adam.
I know.
what I'm hoping for.
Unless he ends up being at the end cameo or something, or
They keep
end
saying
credit
they
thing.
keep saying there's not going to be a cameo of The Rock, but I'll be happy
But how?
if we get a
Who the
trailer.
fuck is the bad guy in the?
Dr.
Dr.
Savanus.
Savannah.
Savanus. Call him Savanus. Savannah.
Savannah.
They if they give me a trailer for Black Adam on the Shazam movie, that would be perfect. The problem is there's no talk on them working on the Black Adam movie.
Nope.
But that would be perfect. Wouldn't that be smart? Like, hey, I hope you like this.
You'd think that would be the direction.
It would either be that or some end credit scene, or
Yeah, no.
But even a small trailer, like the end credit scene,
Yeah,
something. Give me something. Be like, hey, you
Well,
like this
no,
movie?
because they
Black
don't
Adam.
want they don't want to do the same thing they did with Green Lantern. At the end with Sinestro in the
That's because Green Lantern was a bad movie.
DC.
I was
and Warner
watching.
Brothers.
I was watching that movie, going, "How Jolin's really cocky."
I really hope I'm
Why
wrong
is this
about
guy
Shazam.
very
It
doubtful?
looks like I really hope I'm wrong about Shazam and that it is an enjoyable movie. I mean, I really do hope that's
From what I've
enjoyable.
heard.
I keep
From what I've
hearing
heard.
it's
Yeah,
a good movie.
I read reviews too.
Well,
but
what I've heard was
I'm really
it
hoping.
seems like it's a superhero movie made after 1984 Superman. Like it belongs in that era,
Right.
which is really weird. And 2, they mentioned that it's really campy, and 3, that it seems like they did the campiness on purpose.
I was gonna say,
Right.
but is
Like
that a
it's-
bad thing?
No, no, no.
Yeah, I read.
It's
like,
a bad thing if it's
what was the
campy.
hint? Yeah.
It's a good thing if it's campy on purpose.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what they were trying to do.
yeah,
I
you
think
know,
it's
they're trying
fine.
to-
I
it's a
think it's-
satire of
I think
superheroes
it's.
while being
I think
a
it's
superhero
fine
movie.
if it's campy to begin with. It's Shazam. It's not.
It is Shazam.
It's not Batman. It's
Yes.
not. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's not
Like this is
66
this is-
Batman, where it's super
Oh,
fucking
God,
campy,
yeah.
you know, like
This is the character that in almost every adaptation in animation that they have, most of the time his eyes are closed in like that
Oh
upside down smile.
and he's going golly.
especially in what was the animated movie? Public Enemies.
Yes,
When they did Public Enemy?
yeah.
Yeah, he literally has his eyes closed. right?
Yeah, like it's just fucking lines.
It's
Yeah.
just lines. But yeah, and also that Black Adam short, Superman Shazam.
It wasn't a short. That was a movie.
It wasn't. It was 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was a short.
It was a short, and
It was
then there
a
was
short.
multiple shorts after.
Are
it.
you
Yeah.
Dude, it's a
Yeah,
30-minute movie.
it was
Blake
short.
watches it a lot of the time. It's literally
I could have sworn it was like at least 40 minutes. Like
Nah.
I knew it was like less than even an hour. But
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
it's supposed to be
like
a short.
35 minutes.
well, that short was hot.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. But that's everything I got for DC. That's the only thing I paid attention to, and that's it.
Yeah, I got nothing else. I'm
Oh,
as far as DC goes, I'm more excited to just see what happens next season and Crisis on Infinite Earths on the CW.
Captain Marvel. Did you watch it?
The Marvel movie? Yeah.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, the Marvel movie.
Sorry, we're talking about Shazam.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
Shazam. You're like, Captain Marvel hasn't come out yet.
I'm so
Oh, wait.
confused.
You haven't seen it, right?
I have not seen
Okay.
it.
It's not a bad movie. It's fine.
it wasn't the best movie in the world.
No, it's fine.
It wasn't Thor, whatever the second one was. I can't even remember the name of it.
For me personally, it's like the more I think about it, it's probably just a 5. Literally just a movie. Because I was a fan of Miss Marvel. You're going to sit here and call it Captain Marvel. That's fine. She's Captain Marvel now. Okay. Nobody asked for her to be Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But okay. She's Captain Marvel. Like, I'm down for it. Whatever. She, like, ripped up Iron Man's Hulkbuster suit and, like, beat the crap out of him. I'm happy with that in the comics. Absolutely. I'm a fan of Miss Marvel. I thought she had a awesome outfit because it was black.
Yeah.
It's not many heroes that dressed in black. Okay, not even Batman dresses in black. And if people go, oh, yeah, he does, he wore blue and gray.
No.
I don't know. Like,
he wore blue and gray. He wore black and gray. He wore fucking gray. He didn't wear black until 1989.
exactly.
The Michael
So
Keaton,
so
Tim
like
Burton.
like she wore black and gold. And then with the red sash.
And Batman still doesn't wear black. He's still wearing the gray.
But you know, I thought like she's just and she was also very outgoing and very like she almost seemed almost like a stereotypical blonde, but a superhero. I love that. I thought that was really neat and very different take. I watched this movie. There's not even a mention, not even a suit reference, not even a wink, nothing about Miss Marvel. Nothing. She's Captain Marvel at the beginning of the movie. She's Captain Marvel at the end of the movie. She doesn't change throughout the whole movie.
I like the Super Saiyans in the movie, though.
What is happening?
The Super Saiyan.
You'll see. But so yeah, that movie it's fine. It's fine. It's not.
Yeah, no,
It's not a horrible.
Oh,
but like,
it's not a bad
I
movie.
think I think it's fine. I think it's a 6. But I take a point away because give me something for Miss Marvel. Let people know she was Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I have a question because again, I don't really keep up with like exactly what's going on. Didn't the deal officially go through for Marvel to get or Disney to get back X-Men?
Yep, last month.
Last month,
That is
Fox
done.
is now.
And also with that being
Fox
said,
is now Disney.
So what's
Disney
going?
needs to sell off the sports and news portions of it.
Well, no, it's not. It's not the sports and news portions of it. The news is still.
No, the news is the news is separate.
Yeah, the news is still Fox.
They purchased because they couldn't separate it in time. They still purchased the sports, but they have to sell it. They have to sell it off. There's another division that has to be sold off too, as part of the deal. And then Disney is currently still reviewing Fox's movie lineups to determine what's going to stay and what's going to go.
Yeah,
Isn't Disney
Things
making
like
X-Men
Aliens, that's owned by Fox, which is now owned by Disney, and so like
and Predator.
and
Predator. So like, there's some determination as to what they do with those rights and sell it off and keep.
I thought I could be wrong, but were they thinking about keeping the Fox around, like that 20th Century Fox, and basically the rated R stuff
for the time being? Yeah, come out under
Fox.
Fox.
For the rated R stuff comes out on the Fox.
For the time being, I believe that's going to be the case. But
Okay.
I'm sure that'll probably change in the
future. Yeah.
But as of right now, yeah.
Which is not a bad plan. There's nothing wrong with that. Like,
no, it still keeps their Disney family-friendly reputation in place without any issues.
Well, that's the thing because like they're still coming out with like what is it, Reign of the Phoenix or whatever, the Phoenix Saga, the movie.
I'm not interested in that movie.
Me neither. Like, and everyone's like,
At all.
it could be. I love every person who like every X-Men movie comes out. They're like, this could be the good one. It's like, no, they've all been terrible.
You know what sucks? They have such good actors in them too.
I know.
They have such good actors. It's like, man, look at
What's
those guys.
pissing me? That movie, the Dark Phoenix
one.
movie could.
That's what's called the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, the Dark Phoenix movie.
I thought it was called Dark Phoenix Saga.
That's Saga. No, it's just called. It's literally the movie's just called Dark Phoenix.
I could have sworn they literally said Saga. I'm like, why is it calling it Saga?
I thought they called it Saga too.
Yeah.
No, so it's called Dark Phoenix. One thing that pisses I hate it when there's no continuity in these fucking movies.
Yeah,
What continuity?
That's what I'm talking about.
The
lack of continuity.
Even the normal X-Men movies, which by the way weren't even X-Men movies, or Wolverine and the X-Men. They're just freaking Wolverine movies.
Yeah. So
they didn't even follow each other
I know.
correctly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I hate the most is not having continuity in any movie, not just these movies.
No, just in general.
Just
You
don't
like
have
that?
it.
Yeah.
I love continuity.
Yeah, when a movie ruins its own story
Yeah. So
or lore or whatever.
what got me a little excited at the end of the last movie was the fact that they had their 90s cartoon uniforms on at the very end of the movie. The last scene was the only scene that I actually liked about that.
Yeah,
Apocalypse.
Wait, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember like Cyclops had like blue
Cyclops
and
had
he
had the thing.
belts.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think I slept through that movie because it was so boring.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that the last scene was the only thing I liked because they were in their 90s costumes.
God, all those movies were so
And
like
then-
underwhelming and like nothing. Like I actually forgot that there was a Days of Future Past because I mixed up Days of Future Past and Apocalypse.
Yeah, I did the
Well,
same.
no, my favorite part. No, but
Like they're all mixed in my head.
Let's give credit where credit is due. They did a good job with the story and the comics. Of
Logan
making,
was good.
of making Mystique the leader of the X-Men.
Oh my God!
Always there
Dude,
as a good guy.
I can't.
Because she's naked and blue and hot.
Mystique,
Oh,
I
she's so
cannot
hot.
stand Mystique.
All leaders are hot.
Especially the newer ones, like starting from First Class. I want to punch Mystique in the face. I can't stand it. Like, it's so annoying.
I honestly
and
did
then
not
she's
mind her in the
literally-
first movie. That actress that played her, I'm like,
which
oh,
one?
she's the very first movie. The
No, you mean X-Men.
X-Men.
No,
yes.
she was okay because she was an actual villain. And like,
She was
like,
alright, and I'm like,
actually
oh, this
cool
Mystique's
looking.
pretty cool, I guess.
Now she just
I
looks
don't
like a
it.
blue bitch with like red hair.
Fucking big ass Smurf.
Because Smurf,
She's so hot.
like it's not like at least in like the X-Men movie she had like scale. She looked really like she looked like a mutant.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
now she
like
has
now she's a blue bitch. Like
I just
she's blue. She looks like a Smurf.
Just make her a bad guy.
Like she just has a suit on. She's like, I'm the leader of the. God, I like. What was the decision? What was the meeting behind
Sex
that?
sells.
They were like,
Sex
we need to
sells.
make. What do you mean sex sells? She was sexier in the older movies. If that's what they wanted.
no, because people found the new one hotter.
Well, she's terrible, and I want to like. She has such a. Who is it? Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She has such a punchable face. I'm sorry. She does. I wanted to like.
Also, there was leaked. There's like leaked videos.
I
of
can't
her.
stand her face.
Of-
And she's
the-
like, and her
this-
acting shit. I'm sorry.
Like, first of all, no one should have to go through this, but she had leaked videos of like things that she did sexually and like nudes of her. No one should have to go through that, and that's messed up. And whoever did that is an asshole. But I think that came out before she got cast as
Yes.
Mystique. So when she got when she was like, oh yeah, I'll do Mystique, I bet everybody and their mother who was in the board meeting about making her Mystique and making her the leader all watched those videos and were like, oh yeah, no, this is great. And like and fans are like, yeah, she's so hot.
Like she's like such a. It's like no one cares about. Like show me the. It's so hard that I want the X-Men in a goddamn X-Men.
I just want the X-Men to be.
Do you notice?
Well,
tell me one movie.
let's see what
Tell
they
me
end up
one
doing
movie.
with MCU.
Tell me one movie where we got the X-Men in an X-Men movie.
No, I can
Exactly,
tell you,
no.
no.
Like,
No.
none.
I can tell you.
None.
No, I can tell you one movie where we got an X-Men like
The
storyline.
The
Well,
X-Men, the
I know which
X-Men
one.
working as
Logan.
The Phoenix Saga.
What do you mean Logan? All there was
no,
was
Phoenix.
Wolverine.
No. I said an X-Men like story. Right. Wolverine is an X-Men like story. Logan would have been. They've done that.
That's the closest.
That's the closest to an
To-
X-Men like story.
To an X-Men,
Like
you mean like Old Man Logan?
Old man Logan. That's the only thing they got close.
I guess even then, they
But-
like,
but
was
it's not
like
the X-Men.
It was conceptually Old Man Logan.
Yeah,
it wasn't
but
a
it's
story.
No,
you know what I mean?
but it's conceptually. But like that, they did that right. That's the only one. Deadpool.
No, they didn't.
Deadpool got
And
the X-Men right.
Deadpool is not.
They got the
yeah.
X-Men right.
What do you mean? Actually, they did.
Yeah,
They got the
yeah.
X-Men right.
They actually did get the, but all there was
of
Colossus,
them.
and then
Mega Sonic
Teenage
Warhead.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yo, it was mad funny. And Deadpool 2, where you see all the X-Men, they close the door.
Yes, and that part right too.
That was funny. But no X-Men movie. Like not even Logan. I'm sorry. Like Logan was good, okay, but they couldn't put in Sabretooth. I mean, we have whatever.
No, just
We
They
go,
had,
we have
they had Sabretooth.
yeah, the Wolverine clone. It's so stupid. What? Like
Wait, which
the way-
Sabretooth? The one from Origins or the one from the first X-Men movie?
And
That,
Neither
one of us
do. Listen.
No, I'm talking about in Logan. Like instead of having a to end Wolverine saga, they have a Wolverine clone.
Listen to me,
Like
I'm
how
fine with the Wolverine
cliche and boring and
I think they were
underwhelming
gonna.
can
I think
you
they
be?
were originally they were
That
gonna
should
do
have been
Sabretooth.
Sabretooth.
They were gonna do Sabretooth originally,
I'm
but something
fine.
happened.
I keep telling Johnny, I'm fine with the clone.
And I know. You said like in the mansion, like or not hear me the mansion because I'm so used to the mansion being attacked. In the house when he fights the Wolverine clone, he could have killed it then. But I'm talking about the final battle. Should have been.
What I'm telling you, I would have been fine with the Wolverine clone being the final battle for Wolverine. I would have been fine with that because
Do you
if
think it
was,
would have made sense with Sabretooth at the end?
Yes,
Yes!
Sabretooth is arch.
No, I
Arch
get that.
nemesis,
I
and them
get
finally
that.
ending their rivalry once.
I
and for
get
all.
that from the comic book perspective. That was not done in the movies.
Yeah, it was.
What? the
X-Men
first one?
Origins. X-Men
Barely.
Origins, Wolverine, Sabretooth, and him were gunning
Yes.
each other.
No,
They
but,
were,
but, they
at
teamed
the
up
end,
at the end.
they teamed up, and they were like, "Okay, you go your way, I'll go my way," and that was it.
And then
Yeah,
in the lore of
but-
X-Men, and then he comes back as a Sasquatch and doesn't say a word to Wolverine.
but
Exactly.
But
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, but it would-
from that movie perspective,
but
it wouldn't have made sense.
no, and it
for
would
us.
no, but it would.
But there's no lore anyway, so they might as well have just done it.
If you look at Logan and Patrick Stewart and everything they did, I can bet you money there are people that looked at those two and went, "Those aren't the same guys from the X-Men movies." What's happening? There was nothing to follow at all. But my thing is, if they kept everything the same, and at the very end, Wolverine looks like he's beaten and like wrecked, and Sabretooth comes up, and you think, oh God, what is he gonna do? Wolverine could be dying. You could see Sabretooth look at him and go, "You're old, you're dying, I don't care about you. I want to beat you at your best." And he goes and fights the clone. That would have been fine. You get him.
Pretty cool.
That would make more sense.
And then Wolverine could have died. He still could have died, but Sabretooth could have killed the clone by himself.
Yep.
And left like,
Actually,
I finally beat Wolverine.
That actually.
And
that
you need him
actually
for how
would be
long?
Pretty badass.
One day, 2 days.
Yeah.
Even if he had a busy schedule, he could have flown in. You could have had him for 2 days. Because then you did the whole stupid thing with the clone. I would have been miserable, but seeing Sabretooth at the end go,
And
you're a chump.
Rip the
I want him.
Wolverine, yeah.
And he beats him. You make Sabretooth show like once and for all he beat Wolverine.
Yep.
And 2, Wolverine's getting old and weak. He lost to his clone. Fine. And then Sabretooth goes off to the sunset, does whatever the heck he wants. It would have killed, it would have sealed 2. Or you could have had Sabretooth die towards the Wolverine, and like they both kill each other.
Right.
Fine. That would have been
Yeah,
golden.
he defeats the Wolverine, but he bleeds out or something.
Yeah, like
and then
he's weak
Wolverine
too,
saves
and-
X-23
Yeah.
and then ends it. See, like that's what I'm talking about. That movie would have been like that movie was good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that.
But
it
that
wasn't.
movie would have been great.
But I would have walked out of the theater like that was fucking awesome. Like that was such a great end to the Sabretooth and Wolverine.
Yeah.
But of course they didn't do that.
There's a lot of DC knows this, but heroes.
You
A lot
give
of
more credit than I do.
no. DC knows this. A lot of heroes are good. What makes a hero great is how good their enemy is.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine's nothing without Sabretooth.
Exactly, man. They got
Because now Wolverine on his own was devastating. He came out, fought the Hulk and stuff, and yes, he's popular. But the overall brutal battles that Sabretooth
That's what I'm saying.
has
It's like so
pushed
legendary. You know what I mean?
Wolverine through has made Wolverine seem more badass. Has made Wolverine seem even if you never read the comics, just watching the cartoon and seeing Sabretooth fight Wolverine made you like Wolverine more.
Yeah.
You're always second best, and second best, or in this business, second best don't cut it. So good.
Like seeing yes, it's like Hulk Hogan. Everyone praises Hulk Hogan like, oh, look how amazing he is. He would have been nothing without Macho Man and Macho Man knows it.
Yeah.
He would have been nothing. He wasn't even popular. He wasn't popular until Macho Man
rivalry
gave him
is-
the rivalry.
Right.
So I'm sorry. I feel like Sabretooth deserves a lot of credit. He should have been in that movie.
He should have been in that movie.
And it's funny too because I don't even like Sabretooth that much. I don't even think he's a top 10 villain. I could care less about him. But
I like Sabretooth, but I think he might be like number 10 or like
Yeah.
honorable mentions. But
Yeah, same.
but again, man, that rivalry. You know what I mean? Like there's characters that like by themselves are like whatever, but like when they get paired up with like another character, it's like.
yeah,
You know, like Domino. Like I don't really care much for Domino, but I like her with like Deadpool. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I think that's a good duo.
Yeah.
I could come up with somebody like Ra's al Ghul all day, every day for every character that I ever make, and no one gives a crap about him. But Ra's al Ghul pushing Batman, and Ra's is one of the like. You have people like my uncle going, Batman's greatest nemesis is Ra's. It's Joker. It's Joker, you big moron. But I can see what you're saying. It's so good.
She said, "Say it again." Batman's greatest nemesis is
I
Ray.
remember you telling me this, that he said that. And I'm like, what?
Like I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not.
And then like I take that, like he's not a moron because he's like, no, Ra's is intellectually Batman's challenge with what he does, his finances, the army he has. Yes,
Like
Batman's
skill,
it's terrifying. Yes, I agree with that. But Joker is his arch enemy.
No crap.
That's it. There's no. You say Batman. Think
about it. Joker can't fight or anything, and he still outsmarts Batman like all the time and like defeats him.
Well, and if you think about intellectually, a lot of people, and I agree with this, a lot of people will say Riddler is his intellectual superior.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yep.
But Joker is his arch enemy. Like Joker doesn't have the army, he doesn't have the intelligence, and yet he still gives Batman a run for his money.
Yep.
Yeah, same with Superman and Lex Luthor.
And then some people say Bane is Batman's like Batman. Yeah, I get that.
All right, he broke his back. Like,
Get over it. He won once. Tim Drake broke more than his back.
He physically beat Batman.
Yes.
He was the first to really physically beat Batman. But arch nemesis.
Tim Drake sent him to the hospital with more than a broken back. It's fine. Bane doesn't pose a threat, really. It's okay.
anyway, we need a good X-Men movie.
Arch nemesis.
We just need an X-Men movie. I'm talking X-Men. I'm not talking about Wolverine and the
you're talking about Wolverine?
you're
talking about Mystique and
I'm not talking about
Mystique and the Wolverine and the X-Men?
Mystique and the Wolverine and the X-Men. No, I'm talking about X-Men. I'm talking about Wolverine. I'm talking about Cyclops. Actually, no, let's switch that. I'm talking about Cyclops. I'm talking about Wolverine. I'm talking about Storm. I'm talking about Beast. I'm talking about Gambit. I'm talking about Iceman.
I just want one X-Men movie.
I'm talking about Jubilee. Yeah, I said that.
Doesn't have to be good. I just want one X-Men movie where they make Cyclops the first X-Men.
Or Cyclops X-Man. And a good one, he's not just getting wrapped up in metal all the time and not being able to shoot. And staying in stationary target and just going, like, do people forget that, like, Cyclops, his thing is a martial artist and a tactician. That's his thing. Like, that's what he does.
Physically,
he's a leader.
The reason he has all that muscle isn't because they were like, he looks so cool with
and
muscle.
And he strains when he shoots his optic blast. So he flexes.
It's because...
That's how Goku and Vegeta got so muscular. Just
the optic blast?
No. Or just sitting there straining for so long.
Screaming.
They buffed up.
But, like, that's why
like,
he's...
Yeah, obviously his optic blast is, like, his thing. That's how he, like, But, like, besides
that's
that...
his power, but besides...
my thing is, like, they always make him useless.
He was still able to do shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, without his power, he's still a very formidable person.
They
like,
did,
again, his thing is he's a tactician, he's a leader, and he's a martial artist.
I agree with this writer. I can't remember the writer, so I forgive that I can't give credit where credit is due. But I think they did, like, Teen Titans Meet the X-Men or something like that. And Batman was in it. God knows why he was part of the Teen Titans. Anyway.
Oh, and Cyclops with Batman's ass?
Oh, no. Cyclops and Batman were doing martial arts, and they were, like, pretty even. They both got a couple hits in, and then Cyclops blew him through a wall. And he was unconscious on the ground.
No. You know that Cyclops beat Batman in hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, is that what it was? He kicked him through the wall?
Yes. That's canon. That's canon in Marvel and DC. Cyclops beat Batman. He was like, we gotta stop fighting, and Batman's like on the floor, like he wasn't unconscious, but like he knocked Batman over and was like, we have to stop fighting.
No. No, he said we had to stop fighting, and then Batman got up.
I think came after him and he blasted him,
and then he blasted him through the wall because all you saw was Batman like this and like smoke coming off his body.
Batman's hand coming out of rubble.
Yes, it was Batman's hand coming out of rubble.
No, but he beat Batman. Yeah. Like let that sink in. Let that sink in. And this is why I hate every portrayal in Cyclops in movies, because they make him worthless. He doesn't have a tactical mind.
He scene in X-Men 2.
He's not.
When he just gets hit by the.
That was the only badass scene he has ever had in any X-Men movie. Mm-hmm. Was when he came in and was literally
tranquilized.
And even then he just got kicked in the face and he got knocked out. Like when he got hit, he
was tranquilized. They hit him with a
tranquilizer, and he looked at the tranquilization and just went, bitch, and shot, and then like was taking out these like normal like dudes, but then Lady Deathstrike was like, I have kung fu, and he got defeated or whatever. which again made him look like a bitch, man. Like Cyclops would have looked at that bitch and been like,
In all honesty,
Bitch.
he would have knocked out the 2 guards, and then he would have fell asleep, putting her to sleep. Like he would have had her in a headlock.
Not even. He would have
passed out.
He
No,
would have just
she would
completely
have passed out.
incapacitated her and then
Yeah,
been like,
and
"Oh,
then I'm
Professor
falling
X, I
asleep.
can't help you."
Yeah, that was like
They make him worthless. Whatever.
he falls asleep with his arms tight, so she goes from being unconscious to dead because he's just sleeping.
She just gets
choking her out.
strangled. Whatever, man.
Okay.
I'm just tired of that crap.
Anything else we got?
The X-Men movies suck.
You want to find out about the dislocated jaw now?
No. Oh yeah, let's have that discussion.
We'll have that discussion and then kind of call it a day,
So,
a night,
my jaw was
An afternoon.
dislocated, and it was
an evening.
and it was the most excruciating pain I've ever been through in my life so far. It was pretty bad. So what happened? And this is where it gets stupid.
Okay, no. Let's start. Let's really start from the most important angle. I worked on Saturday, and I come home.
Yep.
Right, and I play Risk of Rain 2. So excited to play this game. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna hit start.
I'm gonna hit start.
I hit start. Chrissy calls me. Like, hey,
What do you want?
your brother, the sparring, and then he just dislocated Joe at the in the hospital ambulance. I think somebody called. Yeah, I think no, called an ambulance, and the instructor grabs the phone. Your brother was sparring, and
Wait, did Mark just snatch the phone from her?
yeah, he was sparring, and explains the thing. Like, okay, well. Like, I don't know what you guys want me to do. Tell me what's gonna happen. Like, what do you want me to do?
My
Like,
brother. Okay.
dislocated jaw. Like, it's just a dislocated jaw. Like, oh, it's just lockjaw. Sorry, it's a lockjaw. So I'm like, okay, well, if it's just lockjaw,
Yeah, we thought it was locked.
it'll go away. And then I get a call from somebody else, and that person's like, we're in the ambulance, going to the hospital. And I went, okay, well, what do you want me to do? Can you meet us up here? Fine, it's whatever. I go to leave. The family starts finding out what's happening, so everyone's like calling me and calling.
Everybody's freaking out, of course.
What's happening? I'm like, it's a lockjaw. It'll go away. I'll tell you. So anyway,
so we thought.
tell them the story.
Okay, so I entered Mercer County Nationals, which is a very
Yeah.
big karate tournament
Mhm.
in New Jersey in Rider University, and I was participating. I was like watching some of my students' stuff, but I was also competing, and I participated in 2 things: in continuous contact sparring, which is essentially just you spar someone for 2 minutes. They say medium to light contact, but you guys are
It's
just
heavy.
hitting, yeah, it's you're just fighting. And kata, which is, if you don't know what kata is, I'm pretty sure you do, but
Yeah, I know.
audiences. It's basically just like a floor routine. It's basically like almost like a karate dance. It's just like
A choreographed moveset.
a choreographed moveset with the blocks and stances and punches and kicks and all
All
that
along.
crap. Yeah, all along. And in kata, this is important, you need to kia. And what kia is a very traditional...
For tournaments.
For tournaments, yeah. It's a traditional way that karatekas would show force and intimidate their opponent. They would literally scream at the top.
Kia!
Yeah, literally. Yeah! All right. So anyway, so I had to do that. So again, that's important. So I do sparring. This is actually the first year where we did sparring first. I compete. I actually, what's funny, I don't know if you knew this, but I'm actually middleweight. There's the weight divisions and shit.
Go on.
Go ahead. What?
Did you yell so loud that
No,
you
no, no,
dislocated
no,
your
no,
fucking jaw?
just listen.
Okay,
All right.
go ahead.
So we go into divisions and they tell me I'm too short for middleweight. Okay, they straight up went, no, just go to lightweight. You're going to. I'm like, I'm 162, and he's like, just whatever. These guys are your size. There was also a guy there in lightweight who was taller than me, so I was like, all right, fuck it. So it was me and 2 other guys. Luckily, I didn't get the bye, so I fought twice. I fought my first opponent, beat him, and then I got first place.
Johnny, did you drink a lot of water?
No, by the way, I was dehydrated because I didn't drink enough water.
The guy who tells his students to drink water.
Listen, all right. So anyway, first match was fine. You go for 2 minutes. Second match, when I did that and I was done, I couldn't even stand. I literally dropped to my knees. And they were like, yeah, you won. And I'm like, huh. So I eventually got up. I had a pounding headache. I felt a little nauseous. Like I exerted myself in these matches.
Possibly a minor concussion.
Possibly, but
Or
they
two.
were like, we don't think you have a concussion. But like they made me sit down. I had to put ice on my head. I felt like crap. Like I don't think I was in shape for those fights, and I just pushed myself to do that. So that happened, and they wanted me to compete afterwards for grand champion because you have to do. But there's 4 divisions: light, middle, light, heavy, and then heavy. Light and middle have to compete, whoever the winners are, to do grand champion. Mark, my instructor, was just like, no, just don't even do it. He was like the way you are. He was like, just forfeit, like serious. I was like, well, I don't wanna. So I forfeited. The guy in middleweight won grand champion. Whatever. I'm fine because I won my division. But later I was good to do kata. And I was like, all right, I'm feeling okay. Like the headache went away, and I'm feeling all right. I drank like some water. I was like, all right. So I'm in the middle of kata, and I go to perform. I'm like one of the last ones, and I'm kiing, screaming at like the top of my lungs. I'm doing my form. I'm feeling really good. Oh, and by the way, before this kata, I thought I was gonna lose sparring. I was like, I'm not in the shape I need to be for sparring. I didn't get enough training. I didn't have good, like, I had good training partners, but, like, not enough, like, a variety. Yeah. That's the thing I ended up winning, okay? And then kata, the one I felt really confident in, I'm doing it on my second Kia. I go, yeah. I feel my jaw just get loose. I get lockjaw. And I'm like, fuck, did I really just get lockjaw? Now, anytime I've gotten lockjaw, I've opened, how I get lockjaw is I open my mouth real wide, and then when I go to close it, it locks. So then what I do is I open it even wider, and then it kind of like...
So it pops back?
So then it just kind of, and then when I close it gently, it pops back.
Yeah, my jaw does that
if I go like all the way, it locks, okay? Yeah. So that happened. So in the middle of my kata, I'm trying to open my mouth and close it again. It's not fucking working. And I got to keep ki-ing.
This man finishes the rest of his kata.
So my mouth is open, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't get this down. Like, this is the first time. Like, it'll take like 30 seconds, no big deal. I'm like, this is the first time why isn't this closing? So I'm doing the whole kata with my mouth like in perpetual blowjob face. Right? Doing the kata, and I'm still screaming. I'm still doing the kiosk. I finally end, and my mouth is just open, and I'm like in like
in
intense
horse stance with
in full horse stance, like waiting for my waiting with my mouth open.
Joe knows exactly what this.
So I'm waiting in horse stance, waiting for my scores and everything. The judges don't even give a shit. They're just giving me my scores, and I literally look at my instructor and Noelle and like Chrissy and like stuff. They were there, and I literally look at them and I point circle around my mouth like, yo, this is not okay. So the judges gave me my score. The one guy actually gave me a mad high score, but
because he looked like he figured it out. Like, yo, something.
Yeah, the other guys just like, yeah, whatever.
So everyone else didn't pay attention.
I didn't place, by the way. The one I was most confident in didn't place. So I walked off immediately and went to the nurse. The nurse was like, oh, maybe you weren't like hydrated enough. I was like, yo, I can't I can't talk at this point. I talk again, like. Literally, everything I say is I can't close my mouth. It is completely locked at this point.
And also, it was as far as he can go.
Yeah, it was like my mouth was wide. It wasn't just like, like my mouth was kind of open. Like, it was wide.
And he can't do it now to show you because,
Absolutely. I'm not even going to dare to try. But it was bad. And, of course, my adrenaline was finally slowing down, so it started to hurt more and more and more. And I'm like, I can't, my mouth is getting dry. Like, I'm starting not to be able to breathe well. This is not okay. Started getting mad frustrated. I was like kicking the benches and shit. I was like, this is so fucking stupid. Like, in my head, I was like, of all the things, I didn't dislocate my jaw getting punched in the face multiple times. I didn't go through sparring and go, oh, I got first place.
Well, like I said, you dislocated your jaw yelling too
both
much.
Sides,
yelling too much,
yelling,
okay?
Both
and
sides.
the thing is, like, I've practiced this routine hundreds of times.
And not like from unwanted anal.
We should write that in Saiyan Powers. Training.
Like I'm like screaming and I'm like powering up and I get
lockjaw. The first time his
lockjaw.
character goes Super Saiyan lockjaw. can't fucking do it.
I just know. No, the first time I go Super Saiyan, I completely dislocate my jaw, but I don't feel it because I'm so overpowered.
No, and he fights the whole thing, and then when he stops being Super Saiyan, he's in agonizing
Yup.
pain.
When I get out of Super Saiyan, and like the thing is too, like I was mostly annoyed because I was like, I don't want to go to an ambulance. I just want this to get fixed because now I gotta pay a fucking medical bill. I don't have insurance, so I'm gonna have to pay this like out of pocket. This fucking, I don't want to stay overnight at a hospital. Like I don't want to do this shit.
Noelle calls me while he's in the hospital, and she's like, he's really mad, and he's hitting everything and shaking everything, and he seems really
was
violent.
so
and he's in so
angry.
much pain, and I can't do anything.
I was so like. I was more pissed off in the beginning. I was more pissed off than I was in pain. Like I was so mad. I've never been so angry. Like I'm like, this is the dumbest situation I've ever been in. And then slowly during the course of the night, it eventually just became extreme pain.
And exhaustion.
And that was another thing too. Like not only was my throat getting dry, I wasn't hydrated. I didn't eat well. And my body was exhausted.
Well,
like,
that's probably why you ended up.
Yup, that's exactly all of that is. Yeah. His muscles were fatigued
exactly,
and couldn't keep his jaw together.
And like I said, like I've performed this routine like 100 times in practice. Never once did I ever even get lockjaw. You know what I mean?
Because you ate and you kept hydrated.
No,
for whatever reason, you decided not to when you were actually doing it.
When I was actually doing it because I'm an idiot. But yeah, it was the most excruciating pain I've ever been through.
Felt bad when I saw him because I get there and he's like, I. I'm like, why is this happening to you?
So what they do to fix
I'll tell
it?
you, man.
Well, yeah. So anyway, so they like doped me up on morphine like so much I couldn't even like
Multiple different drugs.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
The doctor that was there was like, I'm gonna try to put your jaw together. And
yo, this
like,
bitch didn't even look like she cared in the beginning. I wanted to be like, listen, I was like cursing at the doctors. I was like so mad. Like she was like, "How are you feeling?" I'm like, "I'm not fucking okay." But
she tried. He was in agonizing pain, dude. He shook. He was like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "Try not to fight her." And then
yeah, she like took her thumbs and like placed them mad deep into like my mouth and like pushed down on my jaw and then tried to like hook back up. Oh my god, it was so painful.
She took CAT scans to see where it was at, make sure nothing was fractured. He just had dislocated jaw.
How many times did she do that? Like probably 6, 7 times.
Well,
before it popped back.
Oh no. She tried 6, 7 times in front of him, and then we came back. She's like, "There's nothing wrong with like the CAT scan. Like nothing's broken.
Luckily,
we can call the oral surgeon, but it might be tomorrow. Like it's most likely."
Oh, so anyway, we also found out that it wasn't lockjaw. It was completely dislocated.
And so we're like, great, from both sides. And then I'm asking if she can do anything. Like we really appreciate it. She's like, let me see. And from not caring, like she was looking at him like she didn't give a crap, to feeling bad that she was causing him pain.
She was kind of a bitch, to be honest.
And she
was like,
she comes up and she's like, okay,
why is his jaw dislocated? I'm like,
the oral surgeon. I called the oral surgeon. I called the oral surgeon, and we sound so sexist in this podcast right now. You know how many times we said bitch?
I know,
talking
right?
about a female?
For real.
Jeez.
For real.
Anyway, she's like, okay, I called the oral surgeon. He said he'll come, but he told me to try one more time from behind you. So they sit him down on a chair.
They tried like another 3 more times.
And she tried, and she's like, I felt the right side pop in.
It felt a little better for like a second, but then like she like did it again.
And then she
oh my god, it hurt.
did
so
it
damn much.
again, and he's shaking and like not being able to do it. She's like, I'm so sorry, I'm really trying, I'm so sorry, I can't.
So eventually she was like, we don't think we can get an oral specialist tonight. And I was like, are you, like I literally said, I was like, okay, hello.
She said that before the CAT scan. She was like, we're not gonna get. She did the CAT scan, and then she called the oral surgeon. And the oral surgeon said he'll come, but she's got to try it one more time. She tried it one more time. She's like, okay, I'm calling the oral surgeon.
Came back, she was like, all right, no, he's coming. And I was
Guy
like,
shows up. The longest he took was to ask us questions like, how did it happen? What's happening? What's your name? Okay. Walks over. He looks at Johnny. He's like, I'm going to tell you everything that I'm doing. He puts his thumbs in Johnny's mouth. He's like, is it your left side that's dislocated? And Johnny points to his right side. And he goes, Okay. Just close your mouth.
No. He didn't do that.
He
He put his
he put his thumbs. He put his thumbs in his mouth. Yeah.
and he moved up, and like I was like, like it was like a whimper, and he was like, "Okay, you good? Close your mouth." And I looked at him like, "Are you fucking for real?"
I
right
can't.
now?
If I could close my mouth, I would have
And
already.
he was like, "No, seriously, close your mouth." I'm like, it just closed. And like even like the nurses who actually
both nurses that were there were like,
what the, like, what is this magic?
everybody was shocked to know. Dude, it took him.
And he was like, "All right, you're good. You know, just don't chew."
It must have taken him 10 seconds.
Jeez.
10 seconds to do that.
No, it was
if less.
It was literally like 10 seconds. It was like crazy, and I was like, "Thank you." But yeah, thank goodness.
But your jaw was popped on both sides.
Both sides.
The
Literally
first
just
doctor,
dropped.
the first doctor, you said popped it back in.
Popped the one side in.
Put one
Yeah.
side in, and then the oral surgeon came back and did the other one.
Yep. Real quick.
It was quite an experience.
Probably got charged like $80,000.
We'll find out how the bill comes in. Yeah.
I'm so afraid for this bill.
Especially for the overtime because he wasn't
He
working.
wasn't working. Yeah.
He got called in.
Yep.
It was a weekend. You know, that guy's making bank. He was literally sitting down, probably watching Netflix, making the decision of this dumb idiot got his jaw dislocated, doing whatever he's doing. I'm really into Umbrella Company right now. Umbrella
Academy.
Umbrella Academy right now. I'm thinking freaking Resident Evil. You know, I could stop watching this. Let's see. Probably give me 2 hours of overtime. Yeah, I can use the money.
I'll take my time. I could use the money. The fucking doctor. You don't need
That's
shit.
that's part of the reason why I was so like. First of all, the situation was stupid. I screamed and my jaw got dislocated. And also, I knew, like, I was thinking about the bill when I was there.
And I kept telling you not to worry about it. I'm like, you can't be worrying about the bill right now. Like,
It was getting me frustrated. And then again, slowly when the adrenaline just sat down, it was like the worst. It was the worst pain I've ever felt. I don't want to go through it again. But now I know how dislocated jaw feels.
Just don't have any unwanted anal sex. Can you imagine if he screams like that again? Ah! Click. Ah!
No, it sucks. Having dislocated jaw sucks. Mine, when I go to the dentist, it pops out. Probably not in the amount of pain that you're in.
That's better.
Probably not in the amount of pain that you're in, but my jaw ends up popping out, and so I have to end up popping it back in.
Yeah.
That hurts minutely. Yours, I can only imagine.
There was a male nurse that went, listen, dude, and Johnny's like, I'm really sorry for, he's like, look.
No, I apologize. I was screaming in the hot. I couldn't help. I wasn't trying to be, I'm not like trying to be dramatic, but like, dude, I was like,
the guy,
like Dragon Ball Z, like, dude, oh my God.
The guy went, listen, there's a lot of people that come by here, and they say their pain's 10 out of 10. A lot of people, all the time. No one's is. There are very few people that was experiencing the pain that you felt today. So trust me, it's fine. Look, I understand. You were feeling it 10 out of 10.
Oh, but by the way, like, and I feel like that shit sucked. Like, but I feel dramatic. Like, a part of me like is like, man, like I was being, but like I know I wasn't. But the thing is, like, it kind of sucked because I found out that. Like at one point I was standing with Noelle and I was like, "Oh, the fuck is everyone?" Like I was getting like so angry because like there was like not like I swear there was like no sense of urgency anywhere. Like, but I also found out that like someone lost their limbs.
Yeah, somebody lost a limb, just one limb,
a limb, and I was like, "Fuck!" But like at the same time, this shit hurts.
Well,
like,
they had that one doctor in the ER in Trenton.
That's
one
what I'm
doctor
saying,
in the ER
man.
on a Saturday.
Like, come on, shit happens.
That's
you
what
know
they do.
I mean?
They short like on the weekend.
That should not be
because
a
doctors
thing.
Because doctors don't want to work, and you mean they went to school and they get paid. Why would they work on it?
There should like two. Come on, you can't get two doctors. There needs to be at least two doctors at all times. Like that's ridiculous.
In Trenton, our capital.
Shit happens.
Our capital.
Like,
you would expect 3 doctors at the very least.
Injuries aren't for
it's
weekdays.
New Jersey. I don't expect anything.
Good call.
There should be, yes. I don't expect there to be.
But it was bad. Yeah. I'm feeling a lot better.
I mean, he can't chew for
I
the
can't
next
chew
month.
for another month, which sucks.
So what do you do for food?
Applesauce.
Liquid
No, applesauce, mac and cheese, smashed potatoes.
Things that
All
you
the
can
good stuff
smush with
still.
tongue. Yeah. That you can
Yeah,
just-
he straight up said he was like anything you can mush with your tongue, you can eat.
So
That sucks to be you.
Just tell me about it. No more pizza.
all right.
So
That's everything. Just let it do.
Just let it do.
just let it do.